My name is Paige O'Daniel.
I'm Shannon Hussey. I'm a student too at ASU.
So, Shannon, who are you?
Well, I am actually from Boston, Massachusetts. I came out here 4 years ago just to attend the business school here and am graduating in May, so I'm excited with a major in business communications.
What organizations are you in that just displays leadership?
Yeah, so freshman year I joined a sorority here, and that's Kappa Alpha Theta, where I became the Alumni and Foundations Liaison. So basically, I outreach to our alumni, whether it was regarding toy drives, money donations, or things of that nature, just to keep in touch, networking, all of those things.
What are your own held beliefs or ethics that you have set for yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I genuinely think that being a good person goes a long way. So just holding those standards for myself, treat others the way that you would want to be treated, but also like hold yourself accountable. Especially in leadership positions, you need to always lead by example so that others can follow that and you have those standards
What
set.
drives you to keep these beliefs or ethics?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like once you establish values for yourself, those are just kind of what you learn from and grow from. So just taking those with me, I've seen success within my leadership stories and everything that I've overcome throughout the past 4 years.
What is your leadership philosophy?
Yeah, well, like I said, definitely leading by example. I think a positive attitude goes a long way too. It's very contagious, especially when you're in a group full of people. There's always going to be, other opinions and stuff. So I've kind of learned to lead from behind, if that makes sense. Just always be listening to other people where I kind of listen 80% and then talk 20. So that way I can get the insights from the people that I'm working around and give my feedback in an according way without over.
Within an organization that you've been in or you're currently in, do you see individuals challenging questions to each other, validating themselves, and need for change?
Yeah, I mean, definitely in an organization with around 200 girls, we all have different opinions at times. So it's just kind of integrating that common ground between like what our goals are, how we're going to achieve them, and just the way that we're going to do it. So I've seen like a lot of questions, whether it's the way that I do something like organizing a tour drive, and a lot of people have opinions that they think will be better or better the event, and I'm always open to those. So we just try to find a way to
Within your
integrate all of them.
organization, do you observe more energy being directed toward meeting the objective of the change, and how so?
Yeah, I mean, we have roughly 2 meetings a week. So Mondays, from around like 6 to 9, I'll do my officer meeting, which is basically with the executive board. And so we meet and we just discuss the internal, whether they're issues or strategies or positive things that have been going on within the group, and how we can either move forward with them or enhance them, improve. So just those meetings, like we definitely have a lot of change strategy that we work on. And then we usually take that to our chapter meetings, which follow right after. So we'll do votes and things like that. And we also like open things up at the end of the meeting.
Within your organization, does the group that is guiding the change consistently get the resources and information and support needed to progress?
Yeah, I think that in order to make a change, you do need that support and you need those kinds of resources in order to do it. Because if you're in an organization, it can't just really be one person promoting the change. It has to be supported by everybody within the group.
How does the presence or absence of good leadership affect the organization's attempt to change?
Yeah, I mean, leadership is really important in an organization just because that's kind of the standards that are set and the person who's willing to innovate change and things like that. So if there isn't really any promotion of change, things just become stagnant. And so especially like now in today's society, there's so much changing with technology and all of that. So there's going to be change regardless.
So regarding the change, do you know what the vision is? Is it compelling or desirable?
Yeah, so I mean, we have a lot of changes within our sorority because, especially with risk management and stuff like that, and social media, that's something that we've really implemented. And I think the changes with that is making everything private and kind of bettering ourselves because we're a representation of ourselves. Anything that we put on social media, it portrays us. So, that's been a huge change for us is kind of just monitoring that a lot to be sure that we are representing ourselves well, that we are making good portrayals of ourselves and for the future benefit of employing.
Do the change leaders provide timely communication about the change effort?
Yeah, I mean, we always do polls and things of that sort with explanations just so that everybody's aware. Nothing really goes under the radar because we have to do chapter votes. So, yeah, I would say that everybody is pretty well informed
Within the
regarding change.
organization, do you see recognition and reward systems that inspire, promote optimism, and build self-confidence?
Yeah, you know, when I first moved out here, I was never thought that I would be a sorority girl or anything of that sort, but I've definitely like built confidence within myself just because I have become a better version of myself, whether it's, monitoring that social media or just being a representation of a group of strong, smart women. We've had the highest GPA for like 23 consecutive semesters now, and that is rewarding enough, just to be pushed to your limit and make sure that you're always on top of everything. Like we'll do Dean's List dinners and just those rewards for
Regarding
working
the
hard.
change effort, are there quick results that are made visible to all?
Sometimes they can be quick, and sometimes they can sit for a while. Like we'll have a slate and that can sit for a week and people can oppose it or put their own opinions in. And I would say like rapid changes are just things like, oh, is everybody available this day? Okay, we'll do this. But there are things that definitely prolong a little bit longer.
Are new projects and initiatives being launched to make more significant changes to the organization's processes and technology?
Yeah, I mean, like I said about technology, there's a lot of things, especially with marketing. Like we consider Theta a brand, so we have definitely had to create a lot of changes regarding that. I mean, even 4 years ago when I started out with Theta, there was no Instagram, there was no Snapchat, and those are things that we've had to look into and monitor a little bit more. Like now Theta has its own Instagram, and we also have like blogs, we have apparel, so things like that. It's been more about marketing our brand, which is something we didn't really have in the beginning.
Are change leaders and promoters gaining more influences? Why?
So I know a lot of girls, especially on our marketing team, who have gone off and been offered jobs just within the marketing field because of these connections, and especially with my role as Alumni and Foundations liaison, I reach out to the alumni all the time for networking opportunity. So like these positions, like even my own as a liaison, that it's experience with networking and outreach and things like that. So these positions definitely lead to higher influence.
Well, that's all I have for you today.
Yeah.
I appreciate you taking your time out of the day.
Of course. No, it was great. Thanks, Paige.